Greetings and welcome to another episode of Association Matters, the official PCAE podcast for conversations on governance, leadership, and impact in the association sector. We are your hosts. I'm Bobby.
And I'm Emily. The topic for this podcast is From Conferences to Experiences, how associations can elevate their events. Today we'll be talking about one of the most important activities that associations organise, which is events. But in today's fast-changing world, successful events are no longer just about venue, speakers, and tight schedules. They're about designing meaningful experiences.
So, in today's episode, we will explore how associations can transform traditional conferences into powerful attendee experiences. Our guest is Jason Yeh, incoming president of the International Association of Professional Congress Organizers and CEO of the Taipei-based GIS Group, a leader in global event management. In today's podcast, we will discover how associations can elevate their events to deliver greater engagement, impact, and value.
We are pleased to have with us Jason, who is also, on top of his other roles, chairman of the ICC Tainan Co. and also serves as the vice president for the Taiwan Exhibition and Convention Association. He holds key leadership roles in prestigious professional organizations in Taiwan as well as globally. He is an associate professor at the Graduate Institute of Translation and Interpretation at the National Taiwan Normal University and has an MA from the Graduate School of Tourism at the Chinese Culture University, among his other achievements. Wow, you sound very busy.
Yes, so many titles.
So hi Jason, and
Hi.
excellent bio. Good to see you again, despite virtually over this time, and yeah, it's been several years now. So
Yeah,
thank you for being here. We'll begin with the big
it's my
picture.
pleasure. Yeah.
So we'll begin with the big picture. As you know, many association conferences are still designed around sessions and speakers, as Emily pointed out. From your perspective and experience as a professional conference organizer, or PCO for short, what is the biggest mindset shift associations need to make to move from simply hosting conferences to creating meaningful event experiences?
I believe the biggest shift is this. Association need to move from program thinking to purpose-driven experience design. Yeah, because for a long time, many conferences were built around sessions, speakers, and agenda blocks. Those elements are still very important today, but they are only foundation. And what really matters is whether the event create value for people in the room. And I think many people do not travel across countries simply to, listen to the content. They come to connect peers, to exchange ideas, to feel part of the professional community. And so, and return home with a new energy, new possibility. So from a PCL perspective, that means we must design not only what happened on stage, but also what happened between among the people. So the real mindset shift is from asking, uh, how do we deliver a successful conference to asking, how do we create a meaningful experience and lasting impact for our community? So when association make the shift, the conference become more than an event, and it become a platform for connection, learning, and long-term engagement.
That's a really powerful way of looking at events, Jason. We're really seeing that theme of connection coming through. Um,
Yes.
As you well know, PCOs often apply sophisticated planning frameworks when designing global events. What are two or three event design techniques that associations can realistically adopt to improve engagement and attendee satisfaction? Maybe you could cite some examples or stories for us.
Yes, probably I can highlight some practical approaches. First, design the attendee journey. Not only the agenda, the participant experiences starts long before the opening section and continue after the event. So let's say registration, communication, arrival in the airport, networking, content access, and the post-event follow-up is also very important. All this shape how people evaluate the conferences. So sometimes small improvements in clarity, flow, and hospitality can make a big differences. Second, recognize that not all participants come for the same reason. At any association conferences, you have senior decision maker. You probably meet some young professionals, researchers, industry partners, and sponsors. So if we design the experience, for everyone, and we usually serve no one especially well. So even simply audience segment can help create more relevance and stronger engagement. So the third, the build up interaction into the structure of the meeting, which means we build up small interaction in each section. From the beginning of the for the topics or introduce the speakers, then the engagement should not be limited to only the Q&A at the end of the section. So it should be designed intentionally through roundtables, facilitate discussion, like peer exchange, mentoring formats, and QA networking moments. So we can use different formats to deliver the program. So in my experience, people remember not only what they heard, but also who they met and what the conversation changed their thinking. So for me, I think the good event design is not about the complexity. It's all about being intentional, is human centered, and clear about where value is created.
Jason, I know your GIS group has been doing events. Can you cite a recent event that you've done, and what new innovation did you do, or even in your past events, can you cite some examples?
For example, for example, we just host IAPCO, International Association of Professional
Okay.
Congress Organizer, last February. It just almost 1 year ago. And what we try to create is so-called immersive experience for them. For example, for the opening ceremony, actually, we let the people go into a dark room, which they cannot see very clearly. And we start with, because in Taiwan we have very strong indigenous people culture. So the theme of the IAPCO last year is we are of the tribe. Then when they walk in the dark room, we started the performance of the soundscape. The soundscape means landscape and soundscape. Landscape by seeing, but the soundscape by hearing the different sound to try to let them understand that Taiwan is the place from the very high mountain, so you can hear the very high mountain, the sound in the high mountain. Then you can walk into the indigenous village and listen to their song. This is something we create, so-called immersive experience for them for the opening.
Wow, that's
Wow.
fantastic. Okay,
Yeah.
now, so looking ahead, Jason, as the event industry is evolving rapidly, what do you think the major trends, whether technology, hybrid formats, sustainability developments, do you believe will most shape the future of association conference in the next, say, 5 years?
Yes, I see three major trends shaping the future. Of course, everybody will know the AI, intelligent
Yes.
technology. Everybody talking about this, but I do not think the technology replacing human interaction, because the human connection remains at the heart of the association meetings. But
Right.
I do see the technology make our event more personalized, more efficient, and more responsive. And so from a smarter matchmaking, or to the content recommendation, to a better data insight, and the operational decision making. And the second is the evolution of the hybrid and the year-round community engagement. Like the podcast today, you are not only happen in your annual meeting, but it's a year-round program. So the future is not simply about live streaming a conference. It's all about understanding the association value should extend beyond a few days on site. So the strongest organization should build engagement before, during, and after the event. So they will create different but equally meaningful pathway for in-person and remote participants. So the third is the sustainability. Everybody talking about the sustainability today, but in a much more accountable way, sustainability is no longer a side topics. It become part of the event quality and organizational credibility. So, and the destination value. So in the coming year, association and the organizer will be expected not only talk about sustainability, but to measure it, to report it, and to integrate it into the decision making. So there are many associations decide to go to the destination with or when they choose the venue, they will put the sustainability as kind of critical point when they make a decision. So overall, I would say the future belongs to association conference that are more intelligent, more inclusive, and more purposeful. So I believe the role of the PCO will become even more strategic in helping association achieve their future.
Wow. Thank you, Jason, for your insights today. This has been a wonderful chat. Here are 3 key takeaways for our viewers to wrap up the podcast. So, number 1 is that shift from programming conferences to designing experiences. Great association events are no longer just about sessions and speakers. The real value comes from creating an environment where members can connect, exchange ideas, and feel a part of a professional community. When associations focus on experience and impact, the conference becomes a powerful platform for engagement rather than a schedule of presentations. Number 2 is design the event around the attendee journey. And I love what you said about the attendee journey starts well before the event. You know, successful events are intentional about the entire participant experience, from registration and communications to networking, content delivery, and post-event follow-up. Very important. Associations should also recognize that different attendee groups have different needs and design opportunities for interactions, collaboration, and meaningful conversations that can significantly increase engagement and satisfaction in the event. And number 3 is the future of association events will be smarter, more connected, and more accountable. Over the next 5 years, the 3 trends that will shape conferences are, and many other things for this first one, AI and intelligent technology to really personalize and improve event experiences, but not take away from that human connection. Number 2 is that year-round engagement and hybrid community model that extends the value beyond the event itself. And I love the example you included of this podcast being one of those. And the last one is greater accountability around sustainability, where organizations measure and report their impact. Associations that embrace these changes will create events that are more relevant, more inclusive, and offer more value for their communities.
Excellent wrap up again,
Excellent.
Emily. So,
Thank you.
Jason, thank you for joining our podcast, Association Matters, where governance, leadership, and impact come together. Because we believe that when associations thrive, society rises. So, this podcast is brought to you by the Philippine Council of Associations and Association Executive and members.
Subscribe to our podcast and visit the PCAE website for updates and full episode notes. Until next time.
Thank you.
Bye.